Well, looks like it's 9 o'clock, January 3, 2023. Traditionally in Marion County. I open the meeting as Marion County Auditor, so thank you to the Board of Supervisors for being here for us and kicking off a new year. And I guess at this point, I would entertain motions for chairperson of the 2023 Marion County Board of Supervisors.
All right, very good. Well, I'm going to start this off.
Okay.
And I'm going to nominate Keisha Johnner to be the chair.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
I will second that.
All right. So we have a motion for Keisha Johnner. And a second. A motion by Ramey and a second by McCombs. Any discussion?
You want?
No, thank you. I mean, I'm honored, honestly. I
Mhm.
appreciate that. I mean, I know you've been doing it several years and I appreciate the nomination.
Well, you're welcome.
I
You're
think,
welcome.
I think it would be a good experience for you, especially, Mark and I's terms both up in a couple of years and your 4-year term. So I have no idea what our future is going to hold yet, but congratulations.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, it's a role that I've done. Jake, how long have I done this?
Quite some time.
Quite some time. But as for titles and the leadership that you have as chair and organizing meetings, it's an important position. And I think it sets the stage for the future. As Steve said, we don't know where we'll be in 2 years. Maybe on a beach somewhere.
True. Maybe so. All right, so if we're ready for roll call vote,
Fire away.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.
At this point, it is my favorite time of the year, where I now turn the meeting over to Chairman Johnner.
Thank you. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate it. On to number 2 would be selecting a vice chair. Do we have anybody willing to do that?
I would like to nominate Mark.
No. I'm going to nominate Steve.
Not my meeting
So-
anymore, Keisha.
I'm going to nominate Jake.
Well, Steve, what's your thoughts?
I'll give it a try for 1 year.
Okay, so motion by Ramey
Yep.
and,
I'll second it.
okay. And it was Steve, right?
Hmm.
Steve.
Yes.
You motioned to him.
Yes.
Steve be- Okay. All right,
Roll call.
okay, Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Number 3, thank you. Dave, I appreciate your willingness. Number 3 is to set the 2023 official regular meeting days and times. Wanting to know how you guys feel about this time or if you're looking at wanting to change it at all.
I think I just like to keep it the same. It's worked great.
Yeah.
Forever. So, and everybody's used to it. So I'd like to keep it the same.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
All right, I'll make a motion to keep our meeting and our meeting dates the same as they are, or as they were in 2022.
So we got Tuesdays, 2nd and 4th at 9 a.m.
Correct.
Second.
Go ahead, Jake.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
Yes. No, that's a good reminder. Thank you. Thank you, Sheriff. Number 4, designation of 2023 official publication and source. Looks like we do have Marion County Express has wrote in. They are our official publication currently, and they would like to go ahead and proceed. You guys have any discussion on that or? Fine with that?
I think, Counselor, we always run into the amount or the number of people that receive the publication, those types of things, and
Yeah,
any issues with this?
the current state of the code indicates it has to be a paper that's been in circulation for greater than 1 year. It has to have a number of subscribers that pay something more than a nominal amount for the paper. I don't have any reason to believe that anything has changed in what I'll call the business model of that publication, but I would indicate there was nothing included, to the best of my knowledge, that included number of subscribers or the fact that they have what is required under the code, unless Jake has received something different than what was provided in the packet, which is just simply a letter that says, yes, I'd like to do it. But the request arguably doesn't comply with the statute to provide you the information that you need, but also at the same time, I don't see anything that's changed from last year. So quite honestly, you could have a circulation of a paper. My understanding is there's probably somewhere between 700 and 800 subscribers for a county of 33,000. But based on the current state of Iowa law, it does meet the statutory definitions if those things are true.
Yeah, it does read in here. It says it meets the requirements of Iowa Code 618 to fulfill the service. So I don't have a problem with that, but I'd like to entertain discussion for you guys.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it.
Willing to take a motion if you guys are good with that.
I move that we designate the Marion County Express as the official publication of record for Marion County for 2023.
Yep, I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Go ahead and Jake.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye. On to number 5, resolution 2023-1, which is authorizing the maximum depository threshold for the county funds. Ms. Michaela, if you would like to speak on that, I would be grateful.
Yeah, so this is something we do every year, basically just sets the maximums that, we would be allowed to keep in with every bank, lists the banks that we have authorized to house our funds. There is one addition this year. In our investment policy, we do have IPATE. However, we've never had IPATE, which is the Iowa Public Agency Investment Trust. We've never actually had that listed on our depository. At this point, I've not made any decisions to house funds there, but I would like to have that opportunity in the future, as they do have some different products available. In Marion County, we've always been very lucky. We have a lot of local banks to choose from that are willing to accept public funds. One thing I run into is not everybody wants public funds. But IPATE is very popular with a lot of the schools in the cities and the counties. Again, they have some different investment products, such as rolling CDs and things that might be beneficial to us at certain times.
Wanting to know, Michaela, if you can explain to us and maybe explain more to the public. When you maximize, that doesn't mean that we necessarily will go to that, but it's
Correct.
It's the possibility.
Yes, yes.
So-
If we go over the amount that you have authorized in that bank, then our auditors will find that, and they'll make a comment on me if I allow that to happen. So, and we can always change that. If something changes throughout the year, I can always come back to you guys and request an adjustment to this as well.
And Michaela, the State Bank of Bussy, is it still going by that name, or is it?
Actually, that's a good point, Steve. I do believe they've changed to Twin
Twin Cedars.
Cedars. Yeah, at this point, we don't currently have any funds housed with them. But it's always a possibility. I like to keep those open. So is that an adjustment we can make, Jake?
This is just a draft.
Put a
So
formerly known as at
you-
least in there?
This can,
where is it?
About midway down.
let's say I'm trying to find it too.
Okay.
It's in the middle,
Yep.
right
State
about
Bank
the
of
middle.
Bussy.
Yeah.
What is the name of the bank now?
I believe it's Twin Cedars. The State Bank or Twin,
Yeah,
just Twin
I can
Cedars
get that
Bank?
to you, Jake.
Yeah,
We
but
have that.
I should just get the name,
Yep.
get it official.
We'll do it.
Otherwise, yeah, I do see that you increased Marion County Bank. And then Midwest, and then Edward Jones. And do you have CDs then in Edward Jones? Is that what the investment?
We have not since I've taken over.
Okay.
Again, I like to keep the possibility on there. Midwest Bank, that's where we put most of our tax collections. They typically have the best money market and savings account rates. So that's typically where we put our tax collections, and then we do all of our ACH and apportioning out of that account. So
Well, I'd like to say that you do an excellent job and I appreciate it. Appreciate you, you know, when we review this each year, I know that the importance, but I also know that, you do, fabulous in making sure that our funds are being protected. And so thank you for that. I appreciate it.
thank
I
you.
don't know if anybody else has any discussion.
Nope.
All right, entertain a motion for approval.
I move we approve resolution 2023-1.
Second.
All right, Jake. you have one?
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Item number 6, Farm to Market Resolution 2023-2. This is authorizing the Marion County Engineer to execute the certification of completion of work and final acceptance in accordance with and plans. It's regarding the farm to market construction and projects in Marion County. Is Tyler by chance on at all or?
Yep.
Tyler, could you speak on this, please?
It's just an annual bookkeeping item for us to administer the projects through final completion and acceptance and to manage the farm to market account and funds associated with projects.
All right. Appreciate that. I don't see much change in this. It's just something we have, it's formality, but like he said, you guys have any discussion, I'm more than happy to listen.
I have none.
Now let's make a motion to, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2023. Is it /2
Yeah, it's 2023 2.
or -2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second.
All right, Jake. Second.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
Item number 7 is the appointment of our ADA coordinator and set annual compensation for the, Steve Edwards has done this in the past, as long as, the last 4 years that I've been on. I'm assuming Steve did someone say he was out or is he? on?
He's at a construction meeting.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Right.
But did anybody, Jake, have you heard if
He wants to do it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was willing to do it again.
Fine with that, if you guys want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to reappoint Steve Edwards as Marion County ADA Coordinator and set his compensation to $2,000.
Second.
McCombs.
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
Johnner.
Resolution 8, or number 8, resolution 2023-3, regarding the sheriff's deputies, officers' appointments. Sheriff, you're there.
This is just like Tyler said, this is a housekeeping thing. Every organizational meeting, I think I'm on the agenda for about the next 3 or 4 here. So this is one that lists our full-time deputies in the office.
All right. 19,
All
is that
right.
correct? Okay.
Make a motion to approve 2023-3.
Second.
All right, Jake.
Ramey.
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Number 9 is resolution 2023-4, which is the sheriff reserve peace officer appointments.
Yep, the ones that are listed here right now are the ones that are certified reserves coming through. We are going to be doing a new class. The board for the reserves did interviews along with Lieutenant Kingery here probably about 3 weeks ago. So we will be having a new class coming through, and once they get certified, I'll come back to you and add those on to it. But these are the ones that are the current ones right now.
All right, thank you. Appreciate
Very
that.
good. Make a motion to approve 2023-4.
Second.
Okay, Jake.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
Number 10 is resolution 2023-5, which is resolution to approving naming the authorization administrator to the Marion County Jail.
Yep, by code, we're required to have a jail administrator per se. Actually, this is Lieutenant Reed Caius, who is our jail administrator. God bless you. Lieutenant Caius has done a fabulous job. He's been in the role for probably just over a year now. Very organized, does a great job with it. As we've talked about in the past, I mean, the jail is a huge responsibility for our sheriff's office, but he's done a great job managing not only inmates here in Marion County, but also those coming from other counties.
Very good. I'm gonna make a motion to approve 2023-5.
Second,
McCombs,
aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye. Bless you.
Bless you.
You're not allergic to what I'm saying here, are you, Barry? I mean, I'm starting to kind of get a feeling here that, I mean, yeah, well, all right, all right.
Number 11, resolution 2023-6 and appointment of sheriff civil process server.
Yep, what this allows is Ginny, our civil administrator in the office. Obviously, part of our roles is the civil division. We do a lot of sheriff sales, different things that come in through the banks. This authorizes Ginny to conduct those sales.
Thank you for that explanation. Appreciate that.
I make a motion, we approve resolution 2023-6.
Second.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Number 12, resolution 2023-7, which is the appointment of the sheriff civil process servers and the jailers.
Yeah, we
Okay.
changed this, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 years ago. It used to be, we had to call deputies in off of the road. If somebody had a garnishment, let's say somebody came into jail, then we had civil paperwork or different things for them. A deputy had to come in off the road, serve that paperwork. The code actually allows us to authorize jailers to do that. So it's just made it a lot more efficient. Now a jailer can give them that paperwork through the civil office to say, hey, you owe this garnishment through whatever employer you work for and different things. That's what that is.
Okay, thank you for that clarification, Chair. Appreciate it.
So it's a list of our jailers.
Anyone entertain a motion?
I'm gonna move, we approve resolution 2023-7.
Second.
Jake?
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
13 is resolution 2023-8, which is the appointment of authorization to sign sheriff deeds.
Like we talked about earlier with Jenny in the civil office, this allows her to sign that paperwork for those deeds.
Make a motion to approve 2023-8.
I'll second.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
I think that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sheriff. Appreciate it. 14 is the appointment of the designated county representative for the federal DOT drug and alcohol tests. Tyler? It's currently, would you still like to be that person?
Yes, even though this has become more and more difficult year after year, but we obviously still have the largest department with CDL holders for Marion County. And those CDLs are required by their job description. So no, I will continue to do this. And Tammy does a fantastic job on the administrative side of this. Even with new hires now, we have to do a lot of drug screening and processing and run background checks and queries that we did not have to previously do. So this is definitely morphed over the last few years with the federal motor carrier changes, but we will continue to administer.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll entertain a motion for approval.
I move that we appoint Tyler Christian as the designated county representative for the federal DOT drug and alcohol testing in Marion County.
Second.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Item number 15, resolution 2023-9, which is the 2023 construction evaluation, which is the master matrix resolution relating to the construction of the confinement feeding operations.
I think we do this every year. It's
Generally,
just-
we receive somebody calls and I.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we don't do it, there's this downside risk to us if we don't
Right.
approve it.
ISAC sends this out ahead, and then tracks, most of the state does it. You can see on ISAC's website, I believe it is, or the DNR's website.
Yeah.
Who does it. And historically, Marion County's done it for
Right.
a long time. We add it. It has to be approved by the board in the month, during this month, at some point, if you want to do it or not. So,
Yeah, no, I
that's why-
think, I'll make a motion to approve 2023-9.
I will second that.
Johnner?
Aye.
McCombs?
Aye.
Ramey?
Aye.
Number 16 is the appointments of the 2023, the Marion County Compensation, which is the condemnation commissioners. Jake, when looking at this, it says 2022 proposed. Do we want that at the top to say 2023?
Yeah, well,
Just a,
it will be for 2023, yes.
okay, all right.
We're working
And
off last year's list.
I will say that I did reach out to a few, the new appointees for agriculture. So that would have been, James Peterson. And, I did reach out to, Michael Moats. I hadn't heard back from him yet in regarding, prior to when this went out. And then Joe Cunningham for the city and town, Ryan Roberts for licensed real estate, and then Mark Vandenoord for property knowledge of, property values. But if you guys, if you had anybody or last 4 years, we have never had to call upon this. I don't know, Mark, in your time, have you ever?
Nope.
No, I think we've been really lucky that we haven't had the, we do get requests from either Fifth Judicial or DOT for the list that we just provide, so they have it for their file.
Okay.
Our process here will be, if you add names, take off names, whoever it is on the final list, we send them a letter, just like we try to send every appointment. You guys make an acknowledgement letter. And then we
Right.
track if it comes back or not, but this would be the list we provide to anybody that asks,
Right.
or the sheriff.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it looks like we had one person that responded. Several we had yes, and then one responded no. And then we've got some that just never responded back. Is that correct, Jake?
Yeah, so if they respond no, then we would try to take them off. And if they just don't respond at all, they're considered on the board until told differently.
Right.
Okay.
So make a motion to approve the proposed 2023 condemnation commission list.
Second.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye. Number 17, resolution 2023-10 is the Marion County Medical Examiner and Marion County Deputy Marion County Medical Examiners. Is this something, Kim, or?
So we just include this, I don't know if it, on our list, this is the existing ones.
Okay.
So, Terry, Van Coten did say that they're gonna be having a meeting next week, just discussing medical examiner investigators and some of that again, and maybe budget stuff for them. But this would be the current ones, and we just, move that forward unless told differently is how we handled that.
All right.
Yep.
Everybody good with that?
Yeah,
Yep.
make a motion to approve 2023-10.
Second.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Number 18, resolution 2023-11, which is the Central Iowa Regional Housing Authority appointments. Is this something that we've done before, but is this
So just for this
Steve
next,
and
just,
Tyler? Or-
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
So just as, for information, these next multiple items are, formal resolutions for appointments to boards that the Board of Supervisors has set on, for many years. And then the overall list comes that you guys appoint each other. So there's some duplication on those. Certain groups like SIRHA or SERPA ask us to send them formal resolutions of appointments. So that's why
Right.
they're in here as the formal resolutions. And then you guys do the list that, if there aren't. So this is kind of
This is the one
satisfying the
that-
needs of outside groups for your appointments over these next few steps. So you can change names around or do whoever you want, but these groups, and they're all asking us for your appointments right away, so they can make contact for
Sure.
for January meetings. So that's kind of how this flows, these next few items.
Okay, and remind me again, who was this? Was this it?
This is Craig.
Yeah,
Craig.
Craig. And I did not speak to Craig. I hadn't heard any differently, but
He has not indicated to us that he no longer wants, that he doesn't want to serve anymore.
he didn't.
He has not
Okay, all right.
indicated.
If you guys are good with Craig still serving?
I'm fine. I just, we appoint him pending his affirmative.
Yep.
his
We'll send him a letter.
confirmation. Yeah. So let's
Okay, and
entertain a
then we need
motion.
to-
Let's have a motion, or I will motion that Craig Agan be the SIRHA representative for resolution 2023-11.
And I believe that I have been the alternate in the past on the list. Is that correct, Jake, or do you recall? And I'm fine with still doing that if that's.
Yeah.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah,
All right.
there, yeah.
Second,
Right, Jake?
Johnner?
Aye.
McCombs?
aye.
Ramey?
Aye.
Number 19, Resolution 2023-12, which is the SERPTA appointments, which is the Central Iowa Regional Transportation Planning Alliance. Looks like currently Steve and then Tyler.
Correct.
Jay as an alternate.
And I'm okay with that.
Entertain a motion to approve 2023-12.
Second,
McCombs?
aye.
Ramey?
Aye.
Johnner?
Aye. Number 20, Resolution 2023-13, which is the South Central Iowa Cedar Creek Watershed Management Authority appointments. Again, that was Steve that has been on that. Steve, do you have many meetings with this?
No, it's kind of a semi-quasi organization that depends on funding, which is never there. But I'm okay to serve
Sure.
on the board again.
All right. Do you guys have regular meetings at all?
We used to, but
Then when the funding's not there?
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. All right.
Been almost a year, hasn't it, Steve, since we met?
yeah, the last time you and I were together down there and it
Yeah.
kind of went with a group watershed in order to try to receive more grants, but you know how that works. The bigger groups get the grants.
Right, right. I entertain a motion, or I wouldn't motion, I'll get out of that habit. Approve, to approve 2023-13.
I'll second.
Ramey?
Aye.
Johnner?
Aye.
McCombs?
Aye.
All right. The various boards and commissions, looking at the list. Don't know if anybody wants any change here.
Generally, you guys would go through the list if you want to make any changes or not, and then historically, the motion has been to receive the list as a whole, not have to do it individually.
Correct.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
All right. Is it, I mean, we can go item by item if you guys want, or if you guys are fine with
No.
staying on what you are.
Please, no.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll entertain a motion for approval of the appointments that are currently from 2022 to be 2023.
So moved.
Second,
Johnner?
Aye.
McCombs?
aye.
Ramey?
Aye.
Item number 22 is the floodplain administrator, which is Tyler again. Tyler, how do you feel about doing this again?
The duties have been actually less and less. We still get random permit requests, but as far as the river cabins that took up a lot of time, we have just one pending. And they have plans underway. So as far as that big project we undertook as a county, and the floodplain administrator side of that, we're almost complete with that project. So
Sounds like get a little bit less unless we, a tremendous flood again. So, right? But if you're willing to serve.
yeah, there will be a few properties we'll be watching. If there is another disaster of a certain scale, that will some structures that we'll want to take a look at.
Do you have any comments?
No,
Willing to entertain a motion for Tyler? Be the floodplain administrator?
I move we appoint Tyler Christian as the 2023 Marion County Floodplain Administrator.
Second.
McCombs?
Aye.
Ramey?
Aye.
Johnner?
Aye. Number 23 is the appointments of the Memorial Hall Commissioners in Knoxville.
So this list represents what we have had before. We just bring it forward. This is the only Memorial Hall you have remaining, Memorial Hall Commission, I should say. And Dick Reed was just here the other day, as you guys know. This is the list we had. He mentioned some names the other day. I don't believe he mentioned Terry Foster, and I believe he mentioned a Hatch, but I wasn't sure if it was Bill or Steve Hatch that he said. I don't know if you guys remember that or not.
No.
I
So
don't recall.
this is the list that we have down. With the topic that he brought forward, there may be more interaction with the board and the commission moving forward than there has been.
Everybody's fine with that? I'll entertain a motion.
Eric,
Yes,
my only concern is that perhaps this would be an issue that makes the most sense to table for 2 weeks, just so my concern would be is if they come back with a request, but the people voting on their end don't match who you've nominated, they wouldn't have the authority to bring forward, and it may create additional delays
Okay.
when things need to be done. So perhaps
okay.
Jake's
No, that's a
office
good
could
point.
reach out and say, who do you folks currently have? Because it did include someone who we don't have on our list, appears to be a decision maker.
Yeah, I'm fine with that if we want to table and do they plan to come back in the next couple weeks? Is that correct? And hopefully have some information, Jake, or do you?
My understanding is they were to be bring financial information and estimates to you guys, to the board.
All right. Yeah, we can do it then. I'm fine with that if wanting to entertain a motion to table, and then we can bring it back off the table in the next couple weeks.
I move that we table the appointments to the Marion County Memorial Hall Commissioners until they can give us an updated list.
Second.
Ramey.
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Number 24 is Marion County Pioneer Cemetery Commissioners. It says the officers of 2020, Del Van Kooten and is it Michitich? How do you say it? Yep, terms are up this year. Both agreed to serve another term. You guys have any discussion on that?
No, I move that we approve the appointments to the Marion County Pioneer Cemetery Commission.
Second.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
Number 25, the resolution regarding the Marion County employee mileage reimbursement rate. Jake, it looks like this is increased a
So,
little bit.
We generally do this the beginning of the first of January, when the IRS changes the rates. If you guys remember, you also did it like in June or July
That's
last
correct.
year, which was unique. Hadn't happened for a while. So we've been kind of watching and waiting. This is always a placement holder on your organizational meeting. IRS did come out, I think it was last Thursday afternoon with the new rates. I think your packets show that. So it's your decision. If you want to keep it at the IRS rate or lower, some counties do. It is beneficial to the employees to have it at that rate, and they don't have to track a difference and turn it in if they would so choose.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've always done it at this rate,
Yeah.
so
It's been
Yeah, I
very
think-
nice the last few.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2023-14.
I'll second.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye. Item number 26, appointments and regarding aging resources of Central Iowa Advisory Council. I believe Mike Roberts was previously and would like to have a replacement of Martha Dykstra. He says, I would like to let you know that Martha Dykstra, Director of the Knoxville Senior Center, will be replacing Mike Roberts. So. Have any problems with that? Good with that? All right. Sorry. All right, I'll entertain a motion for approval of Martha Dykstra.
I move we approve Martha Dykstra as the for the Aging Resources of Central Iowa Advisory Council.
Second.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye.
McCombs.
Aye.
Resolution 2023-15, which is the precinct election officials compensation. Jake?
So this is new, well, new but old. So the last time we did a resolution like this was in 2016. And Iowa code actually requires that the Board of Supervisors set the compensation for the precinct election officials. So in 2016, we passed a resolution for precinct chair people at $9.50 and precinct election officials at $9 an hour. So it's been some time ago. So what we're bringing this to you for a couple of reasons. One, it has been since the 2020 election, there has been some attention towards the payment of local precinct election officials. There has been activity with the Secretary of State's office and the Auditor of State regarding that. And if they were so duly had resolutions set by the Board of Supervisors and that they were being paid for the hours that they were supposed to be and not getting fed and all these types of things. So we are being now required in when we certify federal elections that we also prove that the Board of Supervisors has indeed set the rate that we are paying them, and we have to provide documentation for those hours that they worked and the rate of pay. So I took it as an opportunity to ask you for a slight increase. So one thing I need to note, I believe on the screen, it says precinct chairperson, $10 an hour, and precinct election official, 12. In the documents that you have in your packet, that has been swapped. We would actually prefer that the chair people make the $2 an hour more. They have more responsibility and time. This is a typo on the screen itself that just wasn't
Right,
changed.
it's on the resolution. You're correct. Okay.
So just as a, and this can be changed. You guys can adjust this at any point you want. Just because you do this resolution now doesn't mean in 3 months you'd want to change it or something like that.
Sure.
It's something that can be changed. At this point, the next election we will have will be this November, but that's always subject to change. Just as a point of reference, because it does become material on a big election. In 2022, at the general election, we paid out just over $19,000 to our precinct election officials for election day work. All the boards ahead of time, the absentee boards and the post-election boards that have to come in and do things. We would estimate that this would the increase would be approximately $2,400 on a major full election.
Okay.
That all 17 precinct or all 17 voting locations would be open with full staff. If it is a special election called by someone else, other than you guys, then we would bill that jurisdiction for those rates. But so we respectfully request you approve this resolution with the increase for the precinct election officials that put in very long days.
Just have one question for you, Jake, and regarding this. Is this like what you have per hour? Is that something the Secretary of State, is that
No.
something you come up with?
It's been
or-
a topic because it's being requested around the state that we update. So they're in our auditor's base camp affiliate, lots of communications, and this was a general area. Some counties are higher. Not very many are lower anymore. Some counties do it on a flat rate for the day, but then that becomes a little difficult if they're gone part of it or don't come or for
Right.
trainings and things like this. So this is kind of in the median range of what other counties are doing around as well. So
Okay.
it's more than minimum wage. but
Yes, no,
we
that's
only
why I
ask them
was
to do
not a
it
problem
very
with it.
often. It holds great responsibility. Most of them
Yes.
don't do it for the money, but after you sit through on a general election day, it's nice to at least get a little bit of assistance.
Compensation of it. Yep. I don't have any problem. I just was, it
Mhm.
seems, when I'm looking at it comparable to what, you pay per hour. Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, $9 was very, it didn't definitely need to be adjusted. So. Board, do you guys have any comments or?
No, I'm okay with it. I make a motion, we approve resolution 2023-15.
Second.
Thank you. Johnner,
Aye.
McCombs,
Aye.
Ramey.
Aye.
Number 28, Marion County Civil Service Commission, Tara Gordon. Looks like,
So
yeah, go ahead.
in this
Just-
case, that term was expiring. We keep a running list of our boards and commissions for you guys. That term was expired. I think Brian Bigowet, who is a member of the board, had reached out to Tara and asked if she'd be willing to continue. I don't know how often they meet anymore. She indicated she would, so this is before you. And again, any of these appointments throughout the way can always be adjusted later if you need to.
So she's more than happy to serve. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, I don't have-
Make
And
a
we will
motion.
send her the notification and get the acceptance letter.
Yeah.
Great.
Make a motion to approve this appointment to the Civil Service Commission of Terry Gordon.
Second,
Combs,
aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye. Number 29.
Motion to
Adjournment.
adjourn.
Second,
McCombs,
aye.
Ramey,
Aye.
Johnner.
Aye. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you, folks.